The silent killer of creativity? No, it's not money or time or lack of ideas. It's overthinking. Hi, I'm Meredith, a book lover and author. My 9-to-5 career as a brand strategist in advertising taught me how to distill complex ideas into clear, actionable insights. Data in, story out, and now I'm sharing with you all the best insights I've learned. Here are just a few topics you'll get on this channel. Making big ideas simple and actionable. I take complex concepts from storytelling to psychology to philosophy and break them down into clear, useful insights. I apply these ideas to books, writing, personal growth, and creative entrepreneurship. If you're interested, hit subscribe or follow along with me on my social media. Now let's get into the video. The problem. Why overthinking kills creativity. We tend to fall into paralysis by analysis. When you have too many options, you don't take action. In advertising, this is called the paradox of choice. This concept was coined by psychologist Barry Schwartz, and it suggests that while consumers think that they might want more choices, when actually presented with too many options, it leads to dissatisfaction, decision paralysis, and anxiety. Also, overthinking can lead to perfectionism. Waiting for that perfect idea will stop your momentum. Overthinking also kills creativity because of the fear of failure. And the fear of failure is what I personally struggle the most with. When I published my debut picture book, The Hesitant Hedgehog, in 2023, I was so worried about what others were going to say, if I should even publish it, and I felt like such an imposter. Overthinking leads to self-doubt, second-guessing, and worry that you won't succeed. My fear of failure almost stopped me from publishing it at all. Lastly, creativity thrives on flow, not hesitation. And it's a bit ironic because my book was called The Hesitant Hedgehog, and it's about how hesitancy can stop you from achieving your greatest potential. The best ideas come when you're in motion. And I think about the book Flow by, I'll put his name up here, it's hard to pronounce, where he talks about how to get into that optimal flow state, and that's how you're going to produce the best work. So we know that overthinking kills creativity, but what's the solution? And while it might surprise you, the solution is to be more lazy. For example, take action before you're ready, and just jump in and start. Clarity comes from doing and not thinking. And I fall into this planning trap all the time because I have a research background and I like to spend too much time in that planning stage. Just dive in, who cares? No one's paying attention to you anyway, so why don't you just start? You can also break it down. So instead of saying, I'm going to write a whole book, or I'm going to write a novel, that sounds terrifying to me. I'm never going to put that on my to-do list. Instead, I'll put work on book stuff on my to-do list, and that could mean drafting a blog post, that could mean making a mood board, but it doesn't sound nearly as intimidating as write a novel. Start with a really messy first draft. You can also try creative loafing. And this concept came from the book The Joy of Not Working by Ernie J. Zielinski. Creative loafing is the idea that idleness and leisure can be deeply fulfilling, and it can even be more productive than mindless busy work. Society glorifies work, but unstructured free time leads to creative breakthroughs. I came up with my book ideas on walks in Audubon Park, in the shower, and even in line at a McDonald's, just doing normal stuff. Also, daydreaming and exploring your passions just leads to a richer life. So really it's a win-win. You just need to master the art of creative loafing. And then lastly, and arguably most important, is to set constraints. Creativity thrives with boundaries, whether that's a word count or a hard deadline, a time that you have to get something done by. In advertising, every brief or project that I would give to my creative team would be extremely specific. The client doesn't like this. The client does like this. The video has to be 30 seconds exactly. We need to have it done in 2 weeks. Things like that. I would also try to make a SMIT for every single project, and that stands for single most important thing. And then of course there might be secondary messages, secondary priorities, but we would always come back to that SMIT. So you could try creating a SMIT for your project. What's that one important thing or that one theme that you want someone to take away? Hopefully I've given you some ideas on why overthinking kills creativity, and more importantly, ways to fix it. If this video helped you, give it a like and follow along for more creative strategies on how to get out of your own way. And let me know in the comments, what's one project you're going to stop overthinking and just start? I'll see you next week.